Hello. It's been very hot recently across southern and southeastern parts of Europe. Turkey yesterday broke its all-time temperature record with highs of 49.1 Celsius. Thankfully, some slightly cooler air on the way across parts of Turkey for the coming few days. Elsewhere across Europe, we've got a lot of high pressure around, keeping things largely dry and settled. Some isolated storms across the Alpine region for the likes of Switzerland, northern Italy as well during the course of Thursday. And we've got these showers moving out of Romania and Ukraine towards southwestern parts of Russia. Largely dry for many central parts of Turkey. One or two showers around the north coast. They're not quite as hot as it has been, and it's not as hot as it has been across parts of Scandinavia and Finland too, but temperatures still up in the mid to the high 20s in places, remaining largely hot and dry for much of France, Spain and into the UK as well. As we move towards the end of the working week, though, you'll notice these showers moving in from the Atlantic. That's going to bring some unsettled weather initially for the UK, and then it's going to push its way eastwards across France and Germany in towards the weekend as well. So a bit of a change, and those temperatures are going to be coming down with the arrival of those showers. So for London and for Paris, you can see the unsettled weather arriving through the course of the weekend, bringing a dip in the temperature. Madrid and Rome both staying warm, dry and sunny too. And Berlin will see those showers working in by around about Monday, but it's turning hotter again in Athens. Bye-bye. Hello. We've got some real contrast in the weather across the continent of North America at the moment. Still elevated to critical fire danger across parts of the northwest. The Northern Rockies, for instance, we've got very dry weather here, combined with some gusty winds and the potential for isolated dry thunderstorms as well, bringing that elevated critical fire risk. Meanwhile, further east, plenty of heavy downpours, some severe storms and thunderstorms for much of New England. During the day on Wednesday, there could be some localised flooding with those torrential downpours, but gusty winds also going to be an issue. Quite unsettled across parts of Alaska and British Columbia too. We've got showers moving in here, keeping temperatures from rising too far. A little bit hotter further south and east across Canada. Down the west coast of the United States, lots of places dry and settled, not as hot as they have been recently, but some heavy showers and thunderstorms for the Four Corners and the desert southwest, including Nevada. There could be a little bit of localised surface water flooding coming out of those torrential but fairly isolated thunderstorms. Meanwhile, towards the northeast, you can see the heavy downpours of rain clearing away from the likes of Montreal, but New York could see some wet weather for a time on Wednesday. A little bit drier through the mid-Atlantic as rain clears away, but then we've got scattered showers and thunderstorms across parts of Florida and into Georgia as well. So the outlook over the next couple of days is a largely dry and settled one for many cities in the east. A few thunderstorms at times for Miami. Bye-bye. Hello, thanks for joining me for this look at the weather across Central and South America. And for much of South America, we've had quite a cold air mass in place, particularly through parts of Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay and the far south of Brazil. Things still relatively cool here, but things are going to warm up as we head through the latter half of this week. Elsewhere across the continent, low pressure systems quite frequently moving in across southern Chile. So on Wednesday, we're going to see some heavy rain across the Andes. There could be about 50 to 100 centimetres of snow. Further north, meanwhile, really heavy rainfall for the likes of Panama, across Venezuela, into the north of Brazil too. Central parts of Brazil looking drier, but we've got one or two showers around the east coast. Rio de Janeiro largely dry at around 24 degrees and still relatively cool for Buenos Aires on Wednesday at 15 degrees. It will turn a little warmer later in the week, but the wet and windy weather continues across the far south of Chile, and there could be gusts close to 100 kilometres an hour. Here's the outlook then. You can see that warming trend over the next couple of days in Buenos Aires. Should be dry for Rio de Janeiro too. Further north, and we're looking at Mexico, which is going to be seeing a showery spell of weather over the next few days. Some of those showers quite heavy at times on Wednesday. More persistent rain further south for Costa Rica, Panama as well. Across much of the Caribbean, the weather is actually looking quite dry, quite settled, with temperatures up to around about 33 Celsius. So here's the outlook over the next 5 days. You can see some showers around at times. They're going to be quite frequent, I think, for San Jose. Bye-bye. Hello there. Recent heavy downpours across Iran, of course, some flooding problems. The showers now easing from Iran, but we'll look at Iran and the Middle East in just a moment. First off, across Africa, you can see from the satellite image the cloud that we've had producing some heavy showers. More heavy downpours downpours to come in the west for the likes of Guinea towards Liberia as well. And further east, we're going to see some further heavy downpours across parts of Ethiopia, Eritrea and moving into eastern Sudan as well. Further south across the continent, we are seeing cold air in place, particularly for South Africa, just 13 degrees in Cape Town, but also Namibia and Botswana seeing those temperatures below average. Quite windy conditions in Cape Town as well as those low temperatures, but it will be turning quieter and warmer later in the week. Those temperatures in Johannesburg also going to be on the rise over the next few days. For Khartoum, some heavy showers and some thunderstorms likely from around about Saturday onwards. Casablanca, Kinshasa and Lusaka all looking dry, although things turning a bit colder in Lusaka into next week. Now, across the Middle East then, largely dry and settled for much of Iraq, Kuwait as well, but Iran still seeing just the remnants of 1 or 2 showers, not as heavy as the rain we've seen recently. Further south though, heavier showers for southern parts of Saudi Arabia in towards Yemen as well, and also a few scattered showers close to Muscat as well, with a bit of a breeze around the coast of Oman. But it is looking dry, settled and sunny across the region in Muscat, Dubai, Riyadh and also Kuwait. Bye-bye. Hello. Very active monsoon rainfall has brought some flooding over recent days, particularly around western coasts of India. We've had some very heavy rain for the Mumbai region and further south recently too. The emphasis of the heaviest downpours as we head over the next couple of days is again going to be around the west coast, but also particularly for central and central northern areas of India. You can see the green colours developing on the map here close to Nagpur, where we could well see some ongoing flooding issues. Also, very heavy rain developing across parts of Bangladesh into northern Myanmar with that moist onshore flow of air. Further north then, we're looking at a bit warmer weather moving in across much of Kazakhstan with temperatures in Nur-Sultan around about 29 degrees on Thursday. Lots of dry, hot weather for much of Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan as well, but a few scattered showers over the mountains of Afghanistan and the north of Pakistan as well, but largely dry for Karachi. Down that west coast, we're back into that persistent rainfall. Could be some localised flooding here and there. A few scattered showers for Mali and across Sri Lanka as well, but heavier, more persistent rain, as you can see, through central parts of India for the likes of Madhya Pradesh, for instance, over the next couple of days. Mumbai keeps with the heavy showers, generally easing a little bit into next week. And in Dhaka, we could see a few showers arriving by the time we get to Monday. Largely dry for Islamabad, though. Tashkent hotting up over the next couple of days. Some showers in Karachi by Sunday. Bye-bye. Hello. We've seen some exceptionally heavy rainfall across parts of China over recent days. Parts of Henan province saw almost a year's worth of rainfall in just 24 hours, causing those catastrophic floods that we have seen. We've also had a tropical storm that made landfall further south across China, Kempaka, and that's now weakening. Another system, a typhoon here, Infa, that's going to be heading its way northwestwards close to the north of Taiwan, potentially making landfall close to Shanghai by around about Sunday. So more heavy rain and strong damaging winds to come across parts of China. To the north of that, Japan still very hot. Yesterday we had a very hot day and we keep that heat in towards the end of the week for the Olympic opening ceremony on Friday too. Fewer showers further south across parts of Indonesia though. Here's the outlook, and it is a warm and dry one for Osaka. Shanghai, though, will see some really heavy rainfall with the potential of that typhoon moving close as we head towards the weekend. Now, across Australia, something of a north-south split. Still quite warm and settled for many northern parts of Australia. Further south, we're under the influence of low pressure, so some cool and showery weather for Perth, towards Adelaide as well. Remaining a little bit drier for Brisbane and for Sydney too. And after the recent wet weather we've had across New Zealand, higher pressure is building. So 1 or 2 showers, but generally some dry weather for New Zealand over the next couple of days. Now we're going to be seeing some relatively cool weather in Melbourne and more showers on the way for Perth. Bye-bye.